drivable. Yeah, it's more than aquaplaning, man.
In third place was on wet tyres.
Yeah,
Did he switch?
Yeah, that's what they're on now, as opposed to what they set their lap time on earlier on.
As did
Right,
Norris,
okay.
as did Vettel. They've come through the pit lane.
Yeah, so I don't know whether Norris's time there that puts him sixth was the inter time
That
from
was
earlier.
his opening lap
yeah.
on an intermediate.
Okay, so that's, yeah, that is, I was thinking that was an impressive.
We need to do something for my visor for the next run. It's completely fogged.
Okay, understood. We'll come up with a solution.
So strong all weekend, just having a terrible time in those opening minutes there. I don't know, as you say, Jolien, whether the visor thing was an issue for Leclerc, because he's behind Vettel as well. And Hamilton, although he's had a slightly fractured weekend, not done an awful lot of running, wet or dry, there he is in fourth place, looking ominous as usual.
But for those on the inters, if you're on the full wet, you had more than one stab at it. If you started that session on an intermediate tyre, you had one lap where it was okay. And that's where Stroll, Perez and Norris all got on with it. They did a really good first lap to be in the mix with the best runners on wets. Everyone else then filtered in. Verstappen did not do a good first lap, nor did Sainz, nor did Leclerc, and nor did Pierre Gasly, actually, in the AlphaTauri, who got reeled in by Lewis Hamilton. He's down in 18th, remember.
I can't see a
First lap, for whatever reason, Verstappen wasn't happy with the car. He spun on his outlap. He was all over the place. If you're not happy on the intermediate on that first lap, you haven't got a second bite at it, because the track then gets too wet for an intermediate. But those on the full wets could still improve, and that's why we saw the likes of Alex Albon jump up to 8th late on, because he started on a full wet, so it gave him a second chance.
So red flag conditions for the Turkish Grand Prix qualifying at the moment at Istanbul Park Circuit on the Asian side of that part of Turkey, over the bridge.
It's only going to be a couple of laps that they're going to get when this goes green anyway. 6 minutes 56 left on the clock. Takes 2.5 minutes to get round on an outlap. We're coming into just 2 flying laps. At least it's easier to fuel now, knowing what you're going to be in for. But getting a clear lap, making sure you don't have traffic.
Red flag, box if you can. Red flag, box if you can.
This is so unresponsible, it's unbelievable.
Daniel Ricciardo's only 12th in the Renault. His teammate's top, Esteban Ocon, but Ricciardo's 3.5 seconds adrift of him in 12th. From him downwards, you never know what's going to happen, and you've got to be trying to improve. You can't get caught out by traffic, make your own mistake, or find a yellow flag.
I just can't see anyone improving when the session gets underway, surely, compared to how conditions were at the start of the session. There's just no chance, is there?
Just depends when they green flag it, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, that's true. If they green flag it tomorrow morning,
it'll be dry.
yeah, that's very true.
If they green flag it when it's so